to the Watch for the Hook Business and Entrepreneur Podcast. Y'all are at another Watch for the Hook Wednesdays. It's Michael with the lovely.
Tatiana, I was too early.
It's about 2 seconds out. But it's always good to see you, Miss Parker. How you feeling today?
I'm good. Yeah. You like that's all you got?
Damn right. I'm like, dude, like, really good.
I'm good. Yeah. I should have like theme music or something.
Give me more than a couple of. I'm good.
Hey, I'm good. What we talking about today?
Well, since Miss Parker just good,
Yeah,
y'all.
I'm just good.
We gonna tackle a topic now. I know this probably gonna step on some toes,
Uh-oh.
but I want to help. Let's talk about the oversaturation use of the term generational wealth.
But wait a minute. You said I want to help. So are you trying to help? What are you trying to help? What's needing to be helped? I mean, because you said this, I'm trying to clear it up for the people.
Let me say, I want to talk about
Okay.
the use of the term generational wealth, the oversaturated use of generational wealth. So,
In your opinion, in my opinion, in our combined opinion.
yeah. So, what I'm gonna say is, I know it's gonna be offensive, but just roll with us.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna take it down a journey. The term wealth means an abundance. You got more than one. Wealth means of an abundance of materials or money, property, or valuables. The key word in that whole phrase is abundance.
Yeah. Valuable possessions
Abundance means more than one,
or money.
more than one monies. So I get it, man. And listen, preface my opinion. Black folks have only been in the what I call the making money situation for about 57 years. About the same time they start letting us in the schools, in the public school system. So we hitting all this is hitting around the same time. We are now at the point where we have had athletes, actor wars, maybe some physicians, and even inventors have now made hundreds of millions of dollars. So that person made hundreds of millions of dollars.
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
Is hundreds.
Hundreds of millions of dollars. So that person equals to one generation.
Yeah.
So my thing is, if the second generation squanders that, the term generational wealth went right out the window.
N- Well, yeah, the term went out the window. So did
The wealth.
the the wealth, the abundance of the plentiful amounts of, be it possession or dollar, it went out the window.
Yeah. And so we look and we hear the statement, I'm able to provide my kids with generational wealth.
Or you'll hear, I'm trying to create generational wealth.
Yes. Those things have to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, they do.
And when I mean that, I mean generations.
So it sounds to me like your heartburn doesn't necessarily come with the term. Well, I guess it does, but it doesn't necessarily come with the term generational wealth. It comes with the usage and maybe placement of generational wealth, because people will speak to it and say, "Hey, I just created this. I'm gonna be real wild. This new patent, right?
Mhm.
Not a trademark, a patent.
Yep.
This is gonna be like an object that's gonna be mainstream. It's gonna be like really utilized. I created this patent.
Yes.
This patent is gonna help me create generational wealth for my family."
Yes.
I think in that regard, I can understand, because there's an implication that it'll stay around and continue to be utilized as such, but still continue to grow and flourish. So is it that you wish that it was less, I'm trying to create generational wealth, and it's like future tense? I think it's kind of like People use it in a real fashion for future right now.
So I think the I'm not gonna say heartburn. I think when I say oversaturation,
Mhm.
we hear so much, but like you just said, does it really happen?
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. It's like future.
Yeah, and I get it. Maybe they're using the optimistic approach,
Yeah.
but what I have deduced or tried to think my
Deductive
in my
reasoning.
mind is that maybe we can start using the term or start implementing generational assets.
Now, I like that. That sounds fancy. It actually sounds quite expensive. And we equate expense with luxury.
But I also think it's quite attainable
It is. Now that is attainable quicker
than wealth.
than wealth.
Yes. And I think for if you look at us African Americans who have been in corporate America less than 6 decades, there is a very minute population that has generated that generational wealth and it has surpassed and been
Yeah.
passed on one, two, three, four generations. Like I said, we're 2 to 3 to 400 years behind
Right.
the
That's true.
curve.
That's true.
And so we also hear the term, we try to do what wealthy people do. All right, so let's understand. Wealthy people don't do what poor or middle class people do,
Or rich.
or rich people. They do the French, what the fuck they want to do.
Which is what wealthy people do.
We as regular folks can't do that.
No, I gotta live within them guidelines.
Okay, so now you roll with
Guidelines.
so there is the word guidelines.
Okay.
So the guidelines, there are a lot of guidelines to help you maintain assets. There are
Yes.
many guidelines that help you gravitate or even procure
There are
assets.
certain criteria and eligibility standards you have to meet.
What is the guideline to help you get wealthy?
What's the guideline to help you get wealthy?
Yeah, where's the guidebook? Is there a book that says to
I'm
help you get wealthy?
I was about to ask you that.
No, no, I'm asking you, but see, now you getting the gravitas of what I'm asking
Like,
about. The term generational wealth is like, ooh, I want to be wealthy. But how do you become wealthy? There's really only wealthy people. I mean, you gotta check out the Rockefellers, the Fords, we're gonna say the Waltons, I mean, tell you like this, Oprah Winfrey, Rick.
yeah,
Oprah doesn't have anybody that's directly descended to her that's gonna inherit her wealth.
no,
That shit could be gone next generation.
right.
Does that create generational wealth? If it's blown in the next generation.
No, I mean, if the wealth is gone, the wealth is gone.
Exactly. So that's why I'm talking about. We gotta help understand and start helping to think about generating generational assets. Assets do what? Make you money.
Yeah, so you saying there needs to be a more clear understanding of what wealth actually is, whether it's attainable or not, and what's the roadmap to get you there.
God, I'm saying all that.
That's what I'm
Yeah, you
saying.
saying it for me. I'm saying all that.
I'm like, yeah, like
That's what I'm
we
saying.
still trying to figure out where's the roadmap.
Exactly. And
Like,
so,
oh no, there is a roadmap.
is there even a road? Because a road and a map is two things put
But
together.
you might even catch a few people say, I didn't even know this was possible.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So when, like, I get it. I know folk gonna be like, man, they bullshit, man. They hating. No,
I know. I
I
want
I'm-
everybody
I
to
want,
have
I
it.
I want us to think about things differently. And if you're thinking about things differently, please come by www.watch4, the number 4, thehook.com. Check out the latest apparel. And if you are listening to this podcast, you should be seeing a Culture Champ hoodie on our page.
Yes, yes.
Come by and check out Culture Champ because we are the champions of our culture.
That's right. We should be.
All right, back to our regular broadcast. So you and me are on the same page. We're trying to, I guess, pose the question to get people's thought process to start moving. the term generational wealth is not bad.
Oh,
It's just overly used for just about anything to where we're talking about obtaining assets or obtaining monetary
I think people just
valuables.
toss it around. It's a not necessarily a fad phrase, but it is absolutely a frequently used phrase. And I think people think, how sometimes in interviews they say use certain catchwords
Oh, yeah.
so that you sound like your own point, that you know what you're talking about, that you got a purpose, a reason for them to be talking to you. I think people just use it because right now that is one of the things that's constantly being tossed around is generational wealth. Absolutely. I honestly believe, yeah, that's something everybody wants. I think it is. You probably not gonna see it in your lifetime.
You gotta go past one person.
It's got to go past one person, and there has to have been a starting point, unless you were someone who was super like in the right place, right time, and you with the right family where it started 2, 3 decades ago, and it has sustained and been passed down to you.
Yeah. And you've hit the nail all on the head.
Uh oh.
When you hit it, I said, damn, you gonna open this door.
Uh oh.
I pray that she don't get mad and
Oh
go through it.
God. Yeah.
Go through this door. Y'all got your
Tread
seatbelt.
lightly.
No, no, no. Y'all got your seatbelt on.
Tread lightly.
She didn't open the door. So what Miss Parker was sitting there talking about is that there is, like I said, when we talk about generational wealth, it's thrown around like a damn softball.
Is
So
everything you
it's
do.
yeah, it's I'm creating generational wealth. I'm creating generational wealth. Okay, so check this out. We all in money making business.
Yeah. Typically, yeah.
Typically, yeah. Let's say you got something that's making you $300 a month, 12 months.
That's $3,600 a year.
Does that equate well?
Yeah, no.
Not hating,
But
asking
it
you to do the
doesn't.
math.
That's $75 a week.
To do the math. We have to, that's more of a generational asset.
Yeah, it is.
That's an asset. Okay, let's say back to the word abundance. Abundance means plentiful, many. Now if you got 22 properties that are bringing you in $300 a week,
A month.
a month. Multiply that times 12, then multiply that times 22. You are now moving toward the wealth gap, the wealth chain.
That because at that point that'd be 3,600 times 22. Then you do the math. That's a lot of math right there.
And then let's say average person, if I got this when I was 40, I got another 40 years in.
All
So
right.
if I done this for 40 years, that made me some pretty much extra change. If I turn around and then have invested this money wisely or made that money work in my favor, by the time my life is all said and done, I may have left around a wealth in that sense.
But I mean, yeah, yeah,
So do you see what I'm saying?
yeah.
The term, like I said, I know it's gonna maybe rub some folk a little bit the wrong way. But what I'm trying to get us to understand about the math, math be math, and money is money. Money ain't never changed.
No.
Money is still a dollar, still gonna be a dollar. Now, what it's worth in America is a different story, but it's still a dollar. What we talking about is the term wealth, wealthy. How does that work? And when you are saying, when I'm through on this earth, what is my legacy that I leave behind? Do I leave behind generational wealth? Do I leave behind a, a outline to start helping those behind me to possibly obtain a wealthy status? Or am I leaving them a roadmap to start grabbing generational assets and then as they overlay their roadmap for those behind them, that they can then get the term wealthy behind
Yeah, it should be like the snowball effect.
it? Exactly. He got to be the one to roll
Yeah, and it's primarily going to start out small.
it.
But as it rolls and continues to roll, it'll pick up steam.
Mhm.
It'll get faster. It'll get bigger. So it should be evolving and expanding at the same time.
And you evolve and expand through what, Miss Parker?
What?
Knowledge and research.
This is true.
It's not gonna do it itself. Now, listen, child, I'm trying my best not to tell. I'm trying to be good, but it's easy for somebody to be the starter, and the next generation be the fire put out of 'em.
Yeah, I've seen that a couple of times.
What happened? Oh, they didn't understand what the folks before them started, so they just took it for granted and thought it was gonna do its thing on its own.
Yeah, or they just, got involved with the wrong people. And I mean, they lost it.
Exactly.
Period. I mean, that's just it.
And so that aspect of trying to start a get generational wealth movement has now been put out.
Yeah, because now it has to start over.
Exactly.
It has to start over.
Starting over from what? Damn near probably
Yeah,
ground zero.
yeah, scratch.
Yep. And so, Ms. Parker, I wonder, do you think we getting there? What we're trying to expound upon? Cause I get it. Folk gonna be like, man, generational wealth, man. It's gonna be all right, man. We gonna make it work. But if you looking to try to be wealthy, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Shoot for the moon. If you miss, you'll be amongst the stars. Or if you're the astronaut that run out of air, then
Floating forever.
it's in the air right now. Because when your air run out,
So are you saying you wish like people would not necessarily people would replace, but I would before I started tossing out that term, I would think about it. I would try to think before I spoke. And even now, I believe we have probably been we've utilized that phrase
oh yes, most definitely.
before.
Yes, we talked about it.
And in hindsight, I would probably reword the phrase, rework the phrase in its usage, or maybe not have used the phrase at all.
Because what you said, it was a catchy phrase
It was a catchphrase, yeah.
to do what? Get the attention.
Yeah, it was an attention grabber.
Because everybody would say everybody's in the business of making money.
Yeah.
And so when you look at it, you're like, I want to leave something behind that was more than what I came in here with.
Yeah.
That's for the
And
person that's trying to be.
and to hopefully not have the people after me have to start from scratch. You may redo the blueprint. That's fine. But you didn't have to reinvent the wheel.
What you say? They don't have to start back getting it out the mud.
You gotta get it out the mud. I got it out the mud.
Shouldn't have to fend for yourself.
Don't be fending for yourself. I done left you all of these tips and tricks and these insightful tidbits.
You're insightful tidbits because you did the research.
Yeah, I did the research.
Oh, sounds like some stuff we discussed before.
Sound like a lot of episodes. So I'm definitely not saying don't utilize the phrase, but I will probably be mindful in the situation and capacity in which I used it, and even the conversations that were being had when I utilized it. Because, like you said, maybe if the person is talking, they're not necessarily talking about generational wealth because that's really what you hope it turns into.
Yeah.
You might be, I'm trying to leave, some sustainable assets. It may be something like that.
Exactly. Like I say, the word, and I thank Miss Parker for even improving my vision on what I was talking about. She is like people can mostly maybe people use this term is optimistic.
Yeah.
Hope for the future.
Because I hope that's what it turns into.
Exactly. And so even if people maybe are using it too much, maybe they're using it with the hope in mind that
Huh.
it turns in it. And that's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
That's not bad at all. But
Because it's really future tense utilized. Okay.
yes, we all believe in the future. I believe the
Oh, no,
children are
get
our
back, get
future.
back to topic. Get back to topic. We're not singing today.
The singing was so
No, it's not. So future tense.
future, not the rapper. Just future tense. No, I had no future in there. When we think about it, we're always looking forward.
Yeah.
That's just nothing wrong with forward thinking. But with forward thinking, got to be what? Forward action.
Yeah, it should be.
Exactly. So if you are forward thinking of generational wealth, make sure that you can help implement or give them that, what you say, that roadmap.
Yeah, roadmap, blueprint.
Give them that blueprint to follow with forward actions.
And that's the problem.
Because if I just drop you off somewhere in the middle of nowhere and say, hey, man, you got it from here,
Hmm?
what you going to do?
I said, well, now I'm going to do what I need to do.
Exactly. And I'm gonna tell you, I think that has happened lots of times. People who have now gotten an abundance of something got dropped off somewhere.
Yeah.
And they looked around, they said,
They ain't giving no criteria, no rules and
no
regulations,
roadmap.
no listing, no guideline.
They stand around looking like, so what am I supposed to do with this?
So do what you're doing right now.
Because last time I checked, I was over there.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, that's what me and Miss Parker are talking about. Just if we are going to leave a legacy, can we leave two things? Some legitimacy
Yeah.
with the legacy, because legitimacy is one thing. People respect you being legit.
Yeah.
So with a little bit of respect will come a little bit more action. And then number two, a little direction.
Yeah.
Gotta leave them a little bit of direction. Gotta leave them some actions, some guidelines, some rules, a roadmap,
Yeah, something like that.
and not make it a big treasure hunt either.
Mhm.
No,
Right.
put that real close
Right.
so they can find it. Because let
Yeah.
me tell you, folks go looking for stuff.
So what you saying? Take us out. Wrap it up.
I was gonna let you get to it.
I got it.
I was gonna let you.
Go ahead.
So the way I was looking at it is, I wanted us to just understand that there is a lot more left to do than what we think there is to do. If you want to leave that legacy that can expound past you. That's what I got.
All right.
All right. Catch y'all next time.